Hi, I'm Mason Canterbury, and this is my informative speech over the authenticity of the Bible. So we'll be going over three main points today: the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Bible as a whole. So the Bible is composed of two separate parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Older Testament being the first half, which, like it states, is the older part, and the New Testament is the newer part of the Bible. And so there are over 260,000 manuscripts of the Old Testament. We have the oldest complete manuscript dates back to the year 1250, while we do have bits and pieces of ancient manuscripts dating all the way back to the year 220. So the first 5 books of the Old Testament are called the Torah. The Torah are used in several religions today and have been used through several religions throughout history, including Christianity, Catholicism, and Islam today, and several more. So these first 5 books are basically, it states what is believed to be the history of the world, how it was created, how it came to be. While some take it literally, a lot of people take the first 5 books metaphorically. So there are 27 different authors who have written 39 different books throughout the Old Testament over a period of around 1,000 years. It's truly remarkable that these 27 different authors were able to write these books over a period of over 1,000 years, and all connect their books and refer back to each other and refer to future things written as well. And my next point is the New Testament. So again, this is the second half of the Bible, the newer part. So the New Testament, we have about 25,000 different ancient manuscripts. Again, it's a little bit less. We can't go back as far because the New Testament is written after the Old Testament, of course. So there are 27 different books in the New Testament, written by 8 to 9 authors. And so there are a few authors, we're not sure who had written the books, but many of these authors were disciples of a man named Jesus Christ. And these disciples completely followed Christ throughout their entire lives, and even after his death. They continued to write about him in the New Testament, and they continued to live their lives being persecuted and punished for what they believed, and many died terrible deaths, standing firm in what they believed. So this figure, Jesus Christ, that they followed has been proven as a historical figure. You can look up any major historians today, whether they're religious or not, they do believe that Jesus Christ was a real historical figure. While many believe that he was a Messiah and Savior of the world, pretty much any historian can tell you that he at least was a popular person during this time period and was a true person. That brings us to our last point, which is the Bible as a whole. And so we do have a lot of archaeology that proves the Bible to be true. There are many wars that had been fought in the Bible. There are many rulers, lineages, things like that we have proof that dates back to these things. We can go and visit battlegrounds and cities. We can look at lineages, and they all are found to be true in the Bible as well. The Bible has also told us things such as things about space, things about the earth being round, things that had not been believed in for a long period of time, and now we can look back and see that the Bible told us about these things before they were discovered by modern science. And a huge proof of the Bible being historically accurate are the Dead Sea Scrolls. So these were scrolls that date back to the year around 408 BCE and after this. So there were a bunch of scrolls found in a cave near the Dead Sea. And these scrolls have the complete Old Testament, and they do not have the New Testament with them, but they have many books written by different authors talking about their personal accounts with Jesus Christ and these different disciples, and seeing Jesus Christ's different miracles and things like that. So over the period of time of these written documents, there have been billions of people who have believed them to be historically accurate and historically true. And so that wraps us up to our conclusion. So we've gone over the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Bible as a whole, and how they are historically accurate and true. And just today, there are over 2 billion people who believe the Bible to be historically accurate and true. Thank you.